Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. We're again in the final hour of the trading day. In my opinion, the best time of the day to make your buying and selling decisions is in the last hour of the day, and particularly in the last few minutes. I say this because during the day, the day traders and the algorithms, they are the ones that are controlling the pricing. They're moving the pricing up and down. At the end of the day, in that last hour, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the price away from the day traders and algorithms. They deal with the most money. They have very, very smart people. They have the best technology, best information, and it's at the end of the day that they start moving the price their way based upon their buying and selling decisions. So I just consider that smart money, and I like to follow the smart money to make my end of day buying and selling decisions. So anyway, thank you so much for coming today. It's always nice to see everyone here. I always truly look forward to it. I think we have such a great group, and I always look forward to this time of the day when I can say hello to everybody, and they can say hello back, and we can share some ideas, and we can talk a little bit about trading and trading education, all that kind of stuff. Take a look at our positions, see how your positions are doing. So thank you as always for coming by. I really do appreciate it. So, well, what a day! Understatement. Dow is up 933 points. It's up 3.9%. The NASDAQ is up 223 points, only up 2.48%. And the S&P is up 3.38%. So a huge day today. Had some good news potential. Well, I don't even want to say the word. You know what it is. So great bump over the weekend, and great day. Fabulous day. So anyway, let's take a look, see who's here. Dan is here. Hi, Dan. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a good day. Quad Racer, hey, buddy. What's happening? Good afternoon, Greg, and all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, and I'm looking forward to our lessons on Wednesday. Bob is here. Hey, Bob. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Scatty13 is here. Hey, Scatty. Nice to see you here. I really appreciate you coming each day. Miko25, good afternoon, Greg, and everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Appreciate you being here. Kamal is here. Kamal and I were chatting earlier. Always great to chat with Kamal. And Glenn is here. Hi, Greg. Glad I sold work on Friday. Oh, really? I did not see. Let's take a little look-see at work. Ooh, nice call. Nice call for sure. Wow. Good call. It's always a good feeling, right? Always a good feeling when you get out of something and it goes down. Frank is here. Hi, Frank. Nice to see you, my friend. And MA is here. Good to see you, MA. Thanks for coming. So, all right. So we have a lot to get through today, a lot of positions. This is the plan for today. First of all, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. After that, we're going to take a look at some of your positions. We're going to see how those are doing. Looks like they're doing pretty well. When I looked at them earlier, after that, we're going to spend just a few minutes in the halfway of the show. We're going to talk about some trading psychology concepts. We're going to talk about some trading wisdom concepts, trading philosophy concepts. Learning how to trade is important. The technicals, resistance, support, entries, exits, that's all important stuff, no doubt. But that you learn that so that you can make a plan. But following your plans, whole other thing. And you need to be able to do that to become a profitable trader. So that is why I like to spend a few minutes. We're going to spend a few minutes on that. After that, we're going to go down through my watch list. You know, I have 3 requirements before I enter any trade. Requirement number 1, I want to make sure I have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up together. You're going to put yourself in the best position to have a profitable trade if you are in the company with as many other buyers as possible. And the way that I try to accomplish that is by taking a position when I have a confluence or a combination of indicators, because I look at each indicator as a group of buyers. So that's requirement number 1. Requirement number 2, I want to make sure I have a good risk to reward ratio based upon the filters that I use. As far as resistance above me, maybe a large moving average above me, maybe a certain RSI number above me, maybe an ATR channel above me. But that's, that's how I kind of calibrate my trades. Is how much resistance is above me, valid resistance compared to valid support. I want to make sure I have 2 times the upside that I do to the 2 times the upside or more to the upside than what I'm risking to the downside. And then number 3, just make sure you do not have too many correlated positions, too many positions, too much account heat. I think that's a very important part of trading. So I'm going to go down through the watch list. Those will be my 3 requirements. If I find something at the end of the day, I will enter it right before the close of the market. And then after that, when the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. If you need clarification on anything I discussed, please let me know. If there's any stock symbols that you would like me to take a look at, please just type them in. And if there's any stock symbols that you'd like me to look at before the market closes, if it would be helpful for you to get my opinion on it, or you think it would be helpful for the group, please put them in the chat. Put a star by them. That way I will know that it's time sensitive, and I will do my very best to get to it before the close of the market. All right, so that's the plan. So if you could please just hang tight. I'm going to run that US legal disclaimer, and I will be back shortly. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okay. MA is here. Good to see you, MA. David is here. Appreciate you being here, Dave. MA, Amazon. Now, I was looking at Amazon earlier, not super impressed with Amazon right this moment, based upon the relative strength of Amazon. Yeah, it's up a little bit, but on a massive day like this, not that impressive. It did reject the 1 ATR channel. Another thing that I would be looking at, see this previous high over here? I would be watching to see if this would close underneath that, because not only would it have rejected the 1 ATR channel, it would have been a false breakout to the downside from this range, and also underperforming relative strength wise. So I'm not going to short this, but if somebody said you had to short something, this would be as good as any. But I would want it to close below this previous high over here. And like I said, it did reject the 1 ATR channel. So not a lot of volume here either. Rob Hinman is here. Rob, what's going on, my friend? Rob's, we've done business for years and years, and he just called me last week to check in on me, and we caught up, and it was great. Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much for being here. What an honor. I was not expecting that. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing well today. Quarantine said, anyone lucky enough to get into SRNE last week? SNRE. Wow. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, I did buy Alibaba on Friday. I bought this on 5/15, May 15th. I bought it here 203.96. We had 2 indicators lining up on that day. We had a 520 EMA crossover. We also had a 1050 EMA crossover. You know why I like crossovers? They give you a good structure to your trade to get out quickly if you're wrong, and to possibly have a really nice gain to the upside if you're right. And that's the whole concept of trading, right? Getting out quickly when you're wrong, letting your profits run, and running into possibly a nice big trend. The orange line here is 1 ATR for my entry. We did get past that. So whenever that happens, I institute a trailing stop. So now if I get a close below today's bar, I would take off half the position. This is a crossover system. So I'm a little bit more lenient with my stop losses and trailing stops. Normally, once we get above one ATR channel, I would always get out of the entire position. But because this is a crossover, it's a little bit of a hybrid. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4 profit targets. It's up 5.14% today. Really, really good. Did break out over this previous high, I believe. Oh no, it didn't. Excuse me. I didn't go back far enough. So it may have resistance right up here at this previous. But anyway, it's a 62.75 RSI. If it rejects the 70 RSI, I will go ahead and get out of the position. But 4 profit targets today, up 5%. Very, very happy with that. Walmart. All right. I did buy Walmart on Friday here at 125.47. We had a V2, day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 2 washes out day 1, day 3 closes above day 1's close. I sold it, or I bought it here at 125.47. Did hit 2 profit targets today. Oh, let me back up. Karen, Stephen Burns, MA, and Quad also had Alibaba. So great trade for all of us today, right? Sorry about that. I thought those positions were over here, but this is a position that we all have. So Karen, Steve, MA, and Quad Racer had Alibaba. So fantastic. Proud of y'all, and happy for myself as well. Okay, Walmart. I did buy Walmart again with the higher low V2. We also had a crossover. That always helps. I bought it on Friday at 125.47. Hit 2 profit targets today. Frank and Karen are also in Walmart. Now, Walmart has earnings tomorrow morning before the market opens. So you know my rule. I never, ever, ever hold stocks through earnings. So I'm just checking my position to make sure that I have it ready to sell at the end of the day. Let me double check that. Yeah, I do. So glad I took this trade. Just a one-day trade. Hopefully it will rally into the close. We'll see. But again, I'm getting out of it because tomorrow morning before the open, earnings come out. I do not want to hold through it. So this was basically a hold over the weekend and hold one day, but not too bad, up 1.6%. SPY, world famous SPY trade. Okay. I know everyone gets tired of me talking about this, but in case we have some new viewers here today, and I know we do because Rob Hinman's here, but let me explain. I do buy the SPY, SPY, every single day at the close. I sell it first thing. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk, and I sell it first thing the next morning. Why do I do this? This is not based upon technicals, resistance, anything. It has to do with a long-term backtest study from Liz Ann Saunders. They backtested this every day since 1993. She's at Bespoke Invest on Twitter. 2 approaches. First approach, buy the SPY at the open, hold through the day, sell at the close. If you did this every day since 1993, you'd have returned a negative 13.9% return for all your problems. If you do the opposite, which is what I do, buy the SPY at the close, hold overnight, take that overnight risk, sell the first thing the next morning, every day since 1993, you'd have returned 634.2% return. Big difference between buying in the morning, selling in the afternoon, and buying in the afternoon, selling the next morning. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. We know that is true. This may never work again in history, but it has worked very well since 1993. You can see the equity curve has just continues to go up. There are ups and downs. This happens with any trading approach. So that is why I position size conservatively, because there are prolonged drawdowns. You know, 2019 was a fantastic year for this approach. 2020 started out horribly, but we've rallied really strong. I've rallied really strong in the last month and a half. So that being said, I had a fantastic trade on SPY. My gosh, I bought it at the close Friday, 286.28, sold it right at the open here, 293.09. So 286 to 293. I'm not good with math. I think that's about 7 points, but that was a monster. One of the biggest overnight trades I've ever had. I do want to point out, see the 200-day moving average above us? This concerns me a lot. When the price is above the 200, it always acts as support, but this could be some major resistance here. 297.05. Not only do you have getting close to that round 300 number, but not only the 200, you have the 100, you have the second ATR channel. We did break over these highs here, but it's a little concerning to me. And as a matter of fact, if we reject that 200-day, I will go ahead and short that either today or in the coming days. I don't think we're going to do it today, but anyway, great overnight SPY trade. USO, which is oil. This is another great trade. I took this back on the 14th of May. We were below the 1 ATR channel. We moved sideways. I like consolidation. It shows uncertainty, but uncertainty usually resolves itself. It moved sideways. It stabbed down, reversed back up with a nice higher low V2 in the value zone. I bought it at 21.49, had a great day on Friday, another huge day today, 7.83%. I did phase out of 2 profit targets. Actually, that profit target's up there. Oh, now I don't know what I did. Now it erased it. Oh, well. But it gapped up through my profit target. So here, and then I got another one right near the top. This bar is looking a little better than earlier. Earlier, it was a bearish kangaroo tail to the downside, but we're at 45.07 RSI. My initial target on this is going to be the 50 RSI. If we go from the 30 up to the 50 and it rejects, that is where I will get out. So anyway, so far so good. I don't see having to make any changes on this today. It is above my the orange line here. This is 1 ATR or 1 average true range for my entry. So if I get a close below the previous day's low or close below today's low, that will be my signal to exit this. But from entry to exit, about 12.74%. So massive day. Okay, Chewy. Well, there's always got to be that one, right? Dang it. I did buy Chewy back here on the 12th of May. Sideways movement, stabbed down, reversal. Bought it here at 40.55. Went up the next day. Did take some profits there. Moved sideways. Today it went up. I did exit 1 profit target right here at the top before it reversed back. It is exactly where I bought it, but I did hit profit target here and did hit profit target here. So this still makes this a positive trade. I am going to go ahead and get out of this. I don't like the V1 to the downside. I don't like the bearish engulfing bar. Johnson & Johnson. I did buy Johnson & Johnson on the 13th of May. I bought it here at 147.20. Nice sideways movement, stabbed to the downside, reversal. 2 days after I bought it, boy, intraday, it did not do well, but it recovered, hit 2 profit targets up here today. I don't like this rejection of the 1 ATR channel. And let me take a look over here. And I don't like the rejection of this previous high here. Most likely, I'm going to go ahead and just get out of this. And also, Kamal has this trade as well. Oh, on USO, Kamal also has the trade. MA also has the trade. And Karen also has the trade. Sorry, I'm getting that mixed up because usually I have your trades over here. So anyway, fantastic for all of us there. Chewy, Binghe, and Miko have this. So if there's any changes for either of you in this trade, please let me know. We talked about Kamal and I in Johnson & Johnson. Silver, look at this. So I did buy silver back here on the 7th of May. I bought it at 14.25. We had the 520 crossover. This is a good back-tested approach to trading silver. Doesn't mean it's going to go up, but it does give you a good structure for risk to reward. Moved up initially, moved sideways in the last 4 days. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I phase out of my positions. I actually phased out of all of my shares. That was my last of my shares. So I am done with this trade, but what a fantastic trade. But just another thing to point out, sideways movement leads to big bars. I don't want to buy when you have big, strong up bars. I want to buy when nothing's going on, ideally, and then sell into momentum on the upside. So I hope that makes sense. So I am out of this trade. Does anybody else have this? Quad, do you have it? If I had not phased out and I still had my position here, I would get out with the close under the 200-day. That's what I would do. So Quad, if you're out there, please let me know if you have silver. And then lastly, Twitter. I did buy Twitter back here on the 7th of May. 28.73. Went up nice the next day. I bought this on a V2. Here's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 2. Washes out day 1, closes above day 1's close. Moved up nicely, then sidewards, and then went down. It still did not close below my stop. It tried for 2 days, and nice rally here today. I did sell. I did hit one profit target. I'm going to take this off today. I don't like how it rejected this previous high, and I don't like this candlestick bar. I don't like this bearish reversal bar. So I am going to get out of Twitter. And Kamal is also in Twitter as well. Okay, now let's take a look at your trades. Bing He. Bing He did buy this back on the 7th of May. Initially went up. This is Abbott, but it's come down, unfortunately, up a little bit today. So Bing He, if there's any change on that trade, let me know. Look at this trade, everybody. Kamal bought double leverage silver. He based it off the 520 EMA crossover on SLV, but he expressed the trade in AGQ, bought it at 21.39. Look at this beautiful trade. Still holding above 70. From entry to exit on this trade, Kamal is up 18.88%. So congrats. Okay, CRM. Glenn bought CRM back here, 166.75. Moved up nicely, then came back down, tested his entry point. It is up today a bit, so he's still up on the trade. So congratulations. Kamal having a big day. Kamal did buy utilities back here on the 14th of May. He bought this nice V1 false breakout of the low of this previous range. Friday it went against him, but it did close above halfway. That's why I like to wait till the end of the day. If it had closed just 10 cents lower, he would have got out and taken his loss. But look at this beautiful move up today. Kamal has that and MA has that. So very nice. FNV, Frank did buy FNV back here on May 15th at 149.15. Up earlier today, slightly down now. So if there's any change there, Frank, let me know. Nick did buy 1850 calls on PINS. So it is slightly in the money. It expires May 29th. So he should be in that in the money slightly. And then the big winner of the day, Karen and David. They bought Snap-on back here 14th of May. Beautiful V1 bullish engulfing bar. They bought it here about 123.52. Look at this day today. I too is in this trade, but I decided to get out on Friday because I wanted to make room for Walmart. So anyway, but I'm thrilled that Karen and David still have this position, up 9.63% today. So really great trades, everybody. Congratulations. Been a fantastic day. Just real quick on my positions, BABA looks fine. Nothing I have to do with that. Walmart, I do have to get out of this at the close because earnings tomorrow. SPY, of course, I will buy this again at the close of the market. USO, above 1 ATR, above my 1 ATR trailing stop level. So I am going to keep that. Chewy, no bueno. Remember, we have a garden. We want to keep weeds out of the garden. And this is a weed at the moment. The other ones are profitable. Let them grow. I don't like the price action on this. Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and just get out of Johnson & Johnson. Silver, I am out of. If you're still in silver, if it were me, a close below the 200-day, it would be my trailing, but I ran out of shares. And then Twitter, I am going to get out of. I don't like this bar. I don't like the rejection there. Okay. Glenn says CRM will be sold on close below 20 EMA. Okay. Quad says, Greg, I think you looked the wrong stock. Did I? Which one are you talking about? Frank says, oh, we have a poem from Frank. Thank you, thank you, Frank. A trade doesn't come to stay. It comes to pass. Keeping a journal cuts through the fray and helps you find your way. Like a captain's log, it really works great to keep your portfolio in tip-top shape. Oh, really good, Frank. Let's try it again. A trade doesn't come to stay, it comes to pass. Keeping a journal cuts through fray and helps you find your way. Like a captain's log, it really works great to keep your portfolio in tip-top shape. Wonderful, wonderful, Frank. Thank you so much for the effort you put into those poems. Those are just amazing. Just amazing. Okay. Quad says, Sorrento Therapeutics jumped because they claim they have a cure for COVID. Oh, okay, good. Oh, I said it. Dang it. Glenn says, ACB has nuclear fuel under it, up 58%. ACB. Oh, wow. Aurora Cannabis. Man, how about that? We thought Friday's bar was big. Dave says, I'm in Baba too. Oh, sorry about that. I'll tell you guys, sometimes keeping track of all this is harder than you think. So if I make a mistake, you'll understand why, right? Frank says, I'm at a FVN this morning. They wanted to buy the shine and leave the rock behind. All right. So Frank was out of that. Good. Got out of that earlier when it was higher. Hey, Steve Burns. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming by. Always an honor, always a privilege to have Steve here. I mean, what a great author, trader, educator, my mentor and coach for a couple years. It's always an honor to have you here. Steve says, hey everyone, congrats Greg on your overnight SPY trade. Thank you, sir. That was a monster for sure. Congrats on your BABA trade. Glenn says, remember, huge remdesivir-induced surge. The S&P closed 2874. As of Friday close, it was 2863, where the term suckers rally come from. Okay, so Glenn feels like this is suckers rally. Could be. I don't know. Steve says, my BABA trade is up almost 5% from entry. Yes, it is, and I've got you here. Karen, Steve, MA, Quad, David, and myself up 5.31. Frank, great call on Baba. Steve, Wiener Dog. Hey, Greg. Hello. Karen and David, the clear winners today on SNA, up 9.52%. Very good. Quad Racer says, I am out of SLV. All right. I'd had very small positions sold when I was ahead. Made a nice profit. Great. Bing He, I missed another good trade. BXP was one trade I discovered last Thursday. Was waiting it to clear last Thursday high, but the gap up was too quick. Okay. Dang it. Well, it happens, right? Dave says, I'm so sorry to hear that I was at a snap too. Oh, you were. Bummer. So Karen was the clear winner there. Steve says, I'm exiting BABA here as it runs into previous chart resistance. All right. I think personally, I'm just going to keep it one more day. We'll see what happens. All right. So listen, before we get onto the watch list, before we look for new setups today, I do like to spend a few minutes each day talking about trader psychology, good trading words of wisdom, trading philosophy. It's the most important skill you can learn in trading. It's not the support, resistance, entries, exit. That is not the most important part. The real skill to develop is your psychological makeup and your discipline in trading. So there's some really good Twitter channels, really good Facebook channels out there that I like to read each day. When I find something that I think would be helpful for the group, I do like to share it with you. This is from Steve Burns. This is over on Facebook. New Traders, Rich Traders. I've talked about this group before, but it's a great what do we call it? Channel on Twitter. On Facebook. Serious traders in there, good information. So if you haven't subscribed, please, over there on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, do it. I think you'll be happy. Let's see what Steve has to say. No one has a crystal ball to predict the future. All traders can do is take their signal, set their stop loss and trailing stop, and see that happens. If wrong, they can try again on the next signal. This is how good trading works. And it's so true. You know, I have this discussion with a lot of traders. You know, I have some really smart friends that are good with economics and so forth, but time after time after time, they make a prediction on what's happening. And this goes for me as well, right? I think I can see the macroeconomic view time after time after time. Whenever I have an opinion on the market, I am wrong way more than I'm right. That's why I like to be a price action trader. I like to trade what's in front of me, trade what the market is doing instead of trying to go against it. And no one can see the future. You just don't know. Anybody see this rally come today? I doubt it, right? So no one has a crystal ball. All traders can do is take their signals, set their stop loss and trailing stock and see what happens. If wrong, they can try again on the next signal. That's how good trading works. So that's how it is. You look for your signal, you look for your setup, you assess the risk, you position size properly, you take the risk, you have a plan where I'm getting out, you have a plan where I'm getting out to the downside, you have a plan where I'm getting out to the upside, and that's it. You have a plan. It takes all the angst away from you, right? If you try to figure everything out just on your own and shoot from the hip, it doesn't work. I've been doing this for 24 years. It doesn't work. And listen, look, Steve wrote this. So if Steve wrote it, you should definitely listen. So anyway, hope this helps everybody. But one more time, because it's important. No one has a crystal ball to predict the future. All traders can do is take their signal, set their stop loss and their trailing loss, and see what happens. If wrong, they can try again on the next signal. That is how good trading works. So thank you, Steve, for those good trading words of wisdom. I really appreciate it. MA is out of Baba. All right. Everybody's bailing on Baba. Okay. I'm going to take MA out of there. And I'm going to take Steve-O out of there as well. Okay. Let me take a quick look, see how things are going here. Alibaba, Walmart, getting out of that. SPY, getting close to that 200. Getting close to that 200. USO, good. Johnson & Johnson, I am going to take Johnson & Johnson off. Lock in those profits. I don't like that reversal. Silver, I am out of that. Kamal still has it. And Twitter, I am getting out of Twitter. I don't like it rejected that previous high in this bar. And then Bing He on Abbott. AGQ, Kamal still doing well, still holding the 70 RSI. CRM. All right, at the end of the day, let's see. At the end of the day, if will be sold on close below 20 EMA. Okay, well, it's holding there. Pinterest is doing fine. And Karen with the big up move. Proud of you, Karen. Okay. I want to take a little intraday look here at a few stocks. All right, so Apple. Walmart seems to be rallying into the close, which is good. SPY had a big breakout there, didn't it? Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's go down through the charts and see if something looks interesting today. Apple. Apple's up today, still range bound, bumping up against this third ATR channel. I don't see any trade here. I want to see it come back into the value zone. I consider anything above the 1 ATR channel overvalued. I want to buy back in the value zone or at the mean. Prices go above value, back to value. They go under value and back to value. They always oscillate around value. So I don't want to buy up here over the value zone. I want to buy it in the value zone if it pulls back. Adobe, looks like we rejected this previous high over here. Not a great sign. Nothing to buy there. Amazon, we talked about that. Did rally a little bit. Looks like before it was under, it had a false breakout to the upside and reversal back up. So this looks a little better now, but nothing to buy from me. Boeing, huge day today. Keep in mind, look, we're to 49.50 RSI. You know, we go from low 30s up to 50. Very likely it will have some kind of resistance at the 50. So nothing to buy there for me. Alibaba, we all have today. I think Steve's going to get out. And let's see. Hasn't tested this previous high here, at least on my chart. So again, I hit 4 profit targets today. So it takes a little bit of the heat off me because I locked in these profits. So I can give it a little bit more room. Berkshire Hathaway. Well, you all know that I've been talking about buying Berkshire for a while. I just needed a setup. We did have a false breakout from these lows back up into the previous range. Here's the low. We broke down right back up. It's a 45.95 RSI. I just feel like I would be chasing it at this point, so I am going to let that go. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat down today. So not participating in the rally. We were way over the value zone. If we could, I would look to buy Beyond Meat on that first step in the dip in the value zone. Caterpillar, big day today. Big day. Boy, this V1 bullish engulfing bar down here, that was the signal. MACD went positive. That's good. It's above 50 RSI. That's good, but I don't see any signal there. Carnival Cruise Line, big day today. Took out this previous high. Really don't see anything here. You know, if it came back halfway, tested the 20-day EMA, something like that, I might look to buy it there, return back into value, but nothing now. Dow Jones, it's a monster. That is a monster. Too high for me to buy up here. Walt Disney had a nice day today. Look at this. That was the signal. That bullish engulfing V1, that was the signal, huh? Did reject the 100-day moving average. If I was in this, I would definitely be taking part of my profits off with the rejection of that 100. I think Etsy's down today, 8%. Well, I guess we're rotating, right? We must, you know, Etsy, I think, was a little bit of a safe haven for this market. And today, I think people have rotated out of some of these more kind of safe haven stocks for the environment that we're in. I think they're rotating into other industries like airlines, cruises. Facebook up a little today. Nothing really exciting here. Gold down today. Interesting. So nothing here. I'm waiting for the 5 to cross under the 20, back over for another crossover. Or a return to value back here at support, sideways motion, then look for a V1, V2. Goog's up today, just range bound. I don't see anything there. Goldman Sachs, close to a 520 crossover. That is a good back-tested approach. Currently, it's 177.37 on the 5, 177.66 on the 20. So possibly could look for an entry on that tomorrow. 520 does backtest well. Home Depot up 2.8% today. It looks like it has earnings tomorrow, so that should certainly be interesting. IBB, bit of a bearish bar, gapped open, reversed back down. I don't see anything on IBB. Intel, nice day, gapped through all those moving averages, which is always a positive. Above 50 RSI, but I do not see any signal there. Russell up huge today, up 7% today. Unbelievable. It's finding some resistance over here at this previous high. Let's take a look at the Russell. Yeah, so the Russell, if you remember, we did take the 1050 crossover, rode it up to here, got out here, glad we were. Now it's right back up. That's okay. Johnson & Johnson, I do have 2 profit targets today. I don't like the rejection of the 1 ATR channel. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this off the board and lock in profits on that. CarMax, Bearish reversal bar, rejected the third ATR channel. It's in purgatory here between the 200 and the 100, so nothing there. Coca-Cola, big day, man. Coke was just not doing well, but big strong day today. Look again though, we're the 49 RSI, so and a confluence of a 49 RSI and a 50-day moving average. So, you know, I would look at this as two major lines of resistance, 50 moving average and a 50 RSI, and it's about right where it stopped. Lockheed Martin, big day today. Boy, we were just down, 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 down. I don't see anything here on Lockheed. MasterCard, strong enough to get over the 200-day moving average. That is impressive. But it's near the third ATR channel, so this is just too high for me to buy here. Mickey D's, nice day today. I don't see anything there. Merck, up a skosh, but nothing there. Microsoft, nice big day today. I don't see anything there. Netflix, down today, interesting. So it's not quite participating. Did have a bullish MACD the other day, but I don't see anything here. Nike does have a close above the 200-day moving average. I don't think Nike backtests very well just with the 200, but it would give you a decent risk to reward with a close under the 200 to get out and, you know, maybe have your profit target up here at the third ATR channel, but I'm going to pass on that because it's right here at this previous high. Philip Morris up a little bit today. Boy, this one's just not been able to go up very much, but it is at least up today. It was up higher earlier. PayPal, big strong day. It's been consolidating in this higher range up here. Q's, big strong day today, trying to test last week's highs. Silver still holding above the 70, still holding above the 200-day moving average. So fantastic. That was a really great trade for Kamal and myself and for Quad Racer. S&P, great overnight trade. It's going to be very interesting to see how this reacts around the 200-day moving average. Teladoc, again, one of these stocks that has kind of benefited from this situation we've been in. Down today, 5%. Is in the value zone, moving sideways. So this is what I'm looking for. If we could get some more sideways motion and then a higher low or a V1 or a V2, that would be my entry. Again, I don't want to buy up here above the value zone. I want to buy in the value zone, sell above the value zone. Buy in the value zone, sell above the value zone. Problem is when you start chasing these just big strong moves, sometimes they keep going up, but a lot of times they just revert to the mean. Bonds, oof, ugly. Tesla up a little bit, not a whole lot. Twitter up 2.5%. So this has been a good trade. I am going to lock this in today. I'm just going to get rid of this. Again, it's a bearish kangaroo tail, which means it opened below, went up, closing in its low, also rejected this previous high. UAL, my gosh. See this line here? I was looking at this on Friday. We had this low on the weekly, then we rejected the low, closed back up in the range. I was considering taking a weekly trade on United, but I didn't because I had I had a bunch of other positions, and I talk about not having too much account position heat, account heat, and that is why I didn't take it. Dang it. 20% today. UNG, little rally off the bottom, off the third ATR channel. Remember, 92% of prices bounce here, and in this case they did. UNH up exactly 1%. USO, very, very happy with this trade for Kamal, MA, Karen, and myself, up 8.46% today. So hit 2 profit targets. I'm keeping this. I don't see any issues here. VIX down strongly today, which is a good sign. What you don't want to see is the market going up and the VIX not going down much. But It is down a lot today. Verizon, nice big move up. Walgreens, nice big move up. We're getting back to resistance here in this range. I just don't see anything. Walmart up nicely today for Frank, Karen, and myself. Again, I am getting out of this today. I have this on autopilot. It will sell at the end of the day because we have earnings tomorrow morning. I don't hold through earnings, but still up close to 2%. XLE, monster day. Oil has come back, but nothing there. Financials, nothing there either. Real estate, big strong day today, but no clear signals. XLU, great day for Kamal and MA. Really glad both of you have that trade. It's doing nice. It's above the 50 RSI now. If I was in this trade and it closed below the 50, that would be my trailing stop. Healthcare off of its highs, nothing there. And Zoom down today. So Teladoc, Zoom, those kind of companies down a bit. Well, I don't see anything that I want to buy today at all. At all. So just a real quick run through. Alibaba, keeping Alibaba. Walmart, getting out of Walmart at the close. SPY, of course, I'm buying the SPY at the close again. We'll see what happens overnight. USO is fine. Chewy off of its lows, which is good. So I am getting rid of Chewy. I did not like how it reacted today. Johnson & Johnson, I am getting out of Johnson & Johnson. Silver, I am out of. So I'll just take that off the board. Boy, was that a good trade. And Twitter, I am also getting out of Twitter. So Bing He is over here, just a little underwater on the trade. Let me know if there's any changes. Bing He, AGQ. I know Kamal is holding this over the 70 RSI. CRM, I think Glenn is holding that. XLU, Kamal and MA doing very well. Pins, good for Nick. That's in the money so far. And Karen, huge winner on Snap-on. So proud of you. Oh, I'm staying in AJQ if SLV closes over the 200-day. Going to be close. Roku. Not bad. It's a V2. Rejected the -1 ATR channel and rejected the 100-day moving average. So that's, that's all good stuff. Let's look at the weekly. Sideways motion on the weekly. So I would expect some kind of move on Roku, right? This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the sideways motion. That's what I'm looking for. This is going to break either the downside or the upside. I don't know which way and I don't know when, but it will happen, right? But I like to buy when things are nice and calm and indecisive and sell into big moves up. And who knows, this could be it. V2, rejection of the -1 ATR channel, rejection of the 100-day moving average. So far is above the 50. So if you make any trades on that, Kamal, let me know. Quad Racer says MA is above the 100, 200, and 250 SMA. It is, but for me, it's out of my sandbox. It's near the 3rd ATR channel. I know that 92% of prices fail up here. Doesn't mean it has to, but my filters kick in and don't let me take that trade. Frank says KBH, nice up move today. Yeah, those are homes, right? Up 16%. Thoughts on Amazon today, guys? Should take another look at Amazon. I don't know. I'm not super impressed with Amazon today. It's only up 0.84%. It hasn't been able to break above the 1 ATR channel. Who knows? Could be okay. Looks like we're working on a cup and handle here. Here's the cup. Here's the handle. I guess technically that would qualify. Frank says, it feels really good to see everyone making money and minimizing any loss. That's the thing, right? We want to keep those weeds in our garden to a minimum. That is what's important. Let our flowers grow, let our vegetables grow, and keep the losers out. Quad says, I'm in Roku. Taking a conservative position, but it looks good. Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. My first thought is, I'd be concerned about the 200, but it might get there for sure. I don't know if Kamal's in this, but if you are, Kamal, let me know. What do we have? 9 minutes. All right. I'm going to have to start focusing because I have to do some gardening. Steve says, imagine being stubbornly short today with size. Be pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. And again, if last Friday everybody thought that things were going to fall off a cliff this weekend, man, you woke up with a really serious issue, right? I'm not making fun if anybody has. I've been there before. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. David says, I'm in EOG. Your thoughts on the current move? Did you get in today, David? I like that it broke out of the previous. If you got in today, I like that it got over the previous high. I like the breakout. I'm not a huge breakout buyer. Again, I'd rather buy when things are quiet and sell into this. But it broke out. That's good. It happened on some higher volume. That is a good sign. Just try to make sure if you pick a stop, whether a stop's just to close back under this high, that would be the more conservative stop. Another approach would be, your stop being a close below this gap up, so the low of today. Kamal is in Roku. All right. Good luck, you two. No whammies, as my students say, right? Oh, you got in at Friday. Well, that's a whole different story. That is a whole different story, my friend. So yeah, of course you want to stay in this now, right? It's really, if you got in this Friday and today it broke out, see, that's the difference. If you're in and this happens, fantastic. To initiate a new position up here is a whole other thing, but congratulations, Dave. Okay, I've got to get to work. Baba, I am holding. Walmart, already programmed to sell. SPY, I have my orders into sell SPY. Buy SPY at the close. Q's, I'm good. Chewy, I've got to get out of. Shoot. Okay. Well, how about that, everybody? I got out of the wrong stock. All right. Let's try that again. We have 5 minutes. Okay, add a Chewy. Anybody else have any changes on Chewy? Please let me know. Johnson & Johnson, I'm out of Johnson & Johnson. Kamal, I don't know if you're still in, but if not, or if you are, please let me know. And Twitter will sell at the close. So that's it. No new positions today other than my SPY position. And if there are any changes on your end, Miko is out of Chewy. Now, at least we didn't quite get the low, right? Quad says I'm already out of Chewy. So I only have Bing He left here for Chewy. Man, some of you had some amazing trades. David up 10%. AGQ. What's happening with AGQ for Kamal? Ooh, it's testing that 200. So that's going to be an end of day on the bubble kind of situation. CRM selling off a little bit here, but still profitable. Kamal and MA still doing well on XLU. Pins. Karen. What a trade, man. What a trade. Roku. Looks like it's about even. Bing He's keeping Chewy. All right. What a massive day. This was unbelievable. All right. Let me check over here. Everything looks good over here. Two minutes to go. Clean that up. Boy, have quite a little bit of sell-off here at the end of the day, haven't we? Selling into the close. Look at that. On the SPY. Boom, boom. All right, uno momento to go. Quad says, to answer your earlier question, Greg, the chart you brought up was the wrong stock. Oh, sorry. It was massively down, but it came right back. Wiener Dog says, exited SNA and BABA. SNA also previous chart resistance at Walmart earnings. Okay. What a trade, Karen. So proud of you. And I regret that I did not keep it. But what do you do, right? I made my decision and it was the wrong one. I mean, Walmart still went up, but certainly not like this. So that's like the most fantastic trade I've ever seen. Okay, Karen is out of BABA. And Walmart, I think we're all out of Walmart. Boom, 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 boom. Don't want to hold through the earnings. Wiener Dog says, in SSO with Steve, I pass on IWC due to annoying wide bid ask. Oh, I don't blame you. Okay, so Steve took SSO. All right, I know why he took that. I imagine 1050 crossover, 109.05 compared to 108.96. All right. So good luck for Steve and for Karen. So we have Steve Burns there. This is a little high for me to take. That's why I passed. It rejected the second ATR channel right here. Doesn't mean it can't go up, but that's just my thinking. All right, so that's SSO 1050 crossover. Good. David said, Steve, would you share your view for SSO? I think he took it. I think he took it based upon that 520, I'm sorry, the 1050 crossover. Kamal holding AGQ closed. Oh, so it closed over? Oh, it did. It closed at. All right. So I'm going to get rid of silver here, but I'm keeping AGQ over there. Glenn says IWM gap at 140 and Qs at 230 still to be filled. Can see both hitting target this week. Let me get an idea here. Gap at 140, 230. Glenn, are you talking about gap to the upside or to the downside? Just want to be clear on that. All right, so what happened here? I got filled on SPY at 295 even. I tried to do that. No, I'm kidding. That could have been the biggest overnight SPY trade I've ever had. Maybe, maybe not. Close though. You guys hear Katie over here breathing hard? Hold on one second. Let me, she's not going to leave me alone unless I let her out. Hold on. Here we go, girl. You don't want out? Okay. Well, you gotta love dogs. They want out, and then she immediately says, what are you putting me out for? I want to come in. Okay, so 251 on SPY. What a massive day today, everybody. I gotta tell you, I am thrilled to have such a good day and grateful. Like, never get cocky. Just be grateful when you have a good day. 1,000-point days don't come along that often. Steve says, I bought SSO because the 1050 EMA crossed and closed above the 50-day EMA. That signal backtest will create. Katie was very thirsty. Kamal holding AGQ, USO, Twitter, J&J. Okay. Let me make sure I have this all correct for Kamal. Okay, Kamal, USO. Man, I don't know if I'm still coming through on the live stream. I have an error here. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you can still hear me. Oh, good, good, good. Okay. That scared me. All right. So AGQ, USO, Twitter. All right. Kamal is still in Twitter. Oops. And Roku. All right. I've got you. Oh, thanks everybody. Remember last time I had that connection problem, so I thought it was happening again. Okay, good. Kamal just messaged me on Twitter. I mean on Skype. Skype. Hey, listen, if you have any more questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer. I'm just going to do my quick little daily plug. Hope that's okay. But I do want to let everybody know that I do teach private one-on-one coaching and teaching lessons in the evening time via Skype. I've been trading for 24 years. I've studied with just some fantastic, very famous, great trader, author, mentor, teachers like Stephen Burns and Dr. Alexander Elder and Kerr Lavorne and Larry Williams. And I do have a course. It's 5 sessions live, you and I, on Twitter. Each session is 3 hours. So it's a total of 15 hours. And I do teach everything I've learned in my experience in 24 years and also from everything I've learned from these great traders and educators like the gentleman that I just mentioned. So I think it's a really good course. It is $1,000, but I think it is worth every penny. In my opinion, the best way to learn is one-on-one, long form, one-on-one, where you can ask questions immediately and get an answer immediately while you're thinking about it, right? The format of the course is that I teach the first part of the lesson, and the second part of the lesson, I ask you questions. I have you teach it back to me. We do lots of chart study, lots of simulation of charts. I have you break down the charts to me. What looks good? What's the better trade? Where's the support? Where's the resistance? Where will you be getting in? Where will you be getting out? How about your position sizing? So, if you're interested in taking this course, please let me know. I think you'll be happy that you did. I really, honestly, sincerely do. I have a few clients at the moment. I think I'd have to push next lessons out till next week. But if you're interested, just send me an email. Email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter. And what I like to do before I work with a new student is I like to have a Skype call with them. It's totally free. There's no sales pressure. This is not a sales call. I promise you. It's just a call to get to know each other a little bit. I want to know more about you and your trading and your challenges and your goals. And it's a great time for you to ask me questions about the course. But I really want to convey it is not a sales call. You do not have to worry about calling me and getting sold, because I'm not. I just truly want to work with the best students I can, make sure that we have the same goal. So if you're interested, please let me know. And if it works out on the call, then we'll schedule the lessons up. And then if you like today's podcast or live stream, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps build the channel, helps Google know that we have something valuable, and they help promote it. And there's a lot of people out there that need some guidance and learn some good trading principles. So if you could hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here, I really would appreciate it. Bing He says, I still cannot understand why crossover trades can ignore overhead resistance, including gap resistance. MA are lagging indicators and price action is of higher priority. Some mental block I have. Yeah, I understand Bing He. I mean, I have filters when it comes to crossover trades as well. If I see something big moving average above me, it has an effect on whether or not I take the trade. Like SSO, I decided not to take SSO just because, look, we rejected the second ATR channel. We're up against the resistance here. But, when you do those back tests, Bing He, when you do the back test on like the SSO 1050 EMA crossover, you see that over time, it has been profitable. Doesn't win all the time. It wins less than it wins less. It loses more than it wins, but the wins are bigger. And when they do the back test, they don't take into consideration moving averages and things like that. It's completely mechanical. So, but I totally feel you. Take SLV, for instance. I had no problem taking SLV because when the crossover happened right here in the value zone. I like to buy stuff in the value zone. I don't like to buy stuff up here. But if it's here in the value zone, man, I'm in. SSO, little extended for me to take. Doesn't mean it can't go up, and I hope it does go up for Steve and for Karen, right? There was another trade, I can't remember what it was, where the crossover, and I think I passed on it because there was a major moving average. But let's see what Steve says. You can use other filters for moving average signals. They are trend trading signals looking for big wins. The win rates are only 35 to 50% at best, but the wins can be huge. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So Steve uses filters also. He and I use a little different bit of filters, but I don't think Steve's going to take a crossover. It's a 70 RSI at the third Keltner channel, right? My filters maybe are a little more stringent, and sometimes they cost me and sometimes they work. But another reason I didn't take SSO today was, I have BABA, I have Overnight SPY, have oil. Oh, we got rid of Chewy. Oh no, Bing He's still in Chewy. And Kamal is still in J&J, yes, and Twitter. See, we all have different things. Steve took a trade, I didn't take a trade. I got out of some stuff, Kamal took some stuff. That's what makes a market. And sometimes somebody gets the hot hand and then they're cold for a while. Somebody gets the other hand, but all in all, just, position size so you know exactly what your maximum loss is going to be. And you have to be okay with that maximum loss. That's a big point. I have students, I'll say, what are you comfortable with losing on a trade? I'm comfortable losing $1,000. And the first thing when they tell me that, I'm like, you're probably comfortable losing 500. I have found over the years that whatever people tell me they're comfortable losing, what they're really comfortable losing would be about half that. So just, come up with what you're willing to lose and be okay with. It's not going to destroy your day or ruin your marriage or, bum you out, whether it's $50 or $100, or if you're dealing with more money, 300, 500,000, whatever. But if you position size correctly, no matter what happens, the worst that can happen most of the time is that you're just going to lose what you were kind of mentally prepared to lose anyway. Wiener Dog says, feel the same Bing He, same mental difficulties, have seen it work well and practicing small amounts. Yeah. And the other thing too, Bing He, is, if there's a signal, you don't want to take it, throw one share on, throw two shares on, just go through the process of trading it. And if there's one share, of course, it's not going to stress you out, but then you can get a feel for it. Steve says, I don't take moving average signals near the 70. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. Steve says, a trading system can only be traded if you believe in it. Find an edge you believe in and have faith in it. Exactly right. Everyone's an individual. Some people have different filters and they're okay with that. I'm a little more conservative and sometimes it costs me. But then sometimes I don't take the trade and it goes down. I'm like, oh, see? Right? So the main thing is position size. The main thing is position size and your maximum loss. To me, that's the most important part. Not, should I take this one or should I not take this one? I mean, you still have to have a valid setup, but Baba trade really disappointing to me. Oh, yeah, it's Baba. Yeah, if I remember right, you didn't like Baba because of the 100-day moving average above, right? Yep, I get it. I mean, that crossed my mind as well. Also, this previous high. The reason I took this Bing He? Because we had a 520 crossover. We also had a 1050 crossover. And we closed above the 50 RSI. Steve says, most of the best dips to buy and breakouts that work are the hardest to take. True. True. Let's read that again. Most of the best dips to buy and breakouts that work are the hardest to take. That's right. I can't remember who it was in Market Wizard says, to be a good trader, you have to be uncomfortable almost at all times. You have to be uncomfortable with your positions. Think about that, right? Buying something super low feels comfortable, but a lot of times it doesn't work. Buying something high feels super uncomfortable, but the old saying, buy high and sell higher. Frank says, the market is an equal opportunity employer when it comes to pain and gain. Yes, sir. Okie doke. Well, just quick recap. BABA still have SPY overnight. We'll see what happens with that. Oil past my 1 ATR movement. So if I get a close below the previous day's low, I am out. I got out of Johnson & Johnson with the gain. Kamal is still in. Twitter, Kamal is still in. I better put him over here like so. We'll move that over to that side. David, what a trade, my friend. What a beautiful trade on EOG, man. I'm so proud of you. When I really like to see, like Frank said, I see a lot of gains here. I don't see losses and people holding on to losses. That's what I love to see. Binghe Abbott, still up, so that's good. Kamal with the 18.7% move on silver. That's massive. CRM, Glenn, nice trade up for Glenn. Pinterest, Nick is still in the money on that. New entries here from Quad Racer and Kamal, so that would be interesting. I like this on the weekly. I like the, sorry, this is all craziness now. I like this. See the big bar we had on the weekly up? Well, see how it's held halfway. It's held 50% of that Fibonacci. So this thing really could. I mean, this is a bull flag. We went up. Now we're moving sideways, consolidating. Very easily we could break out. But you need it, you know. So this looks good on the weekly, but you need an entry signal. Well, there you go. I mean, that's as good as any entry signal right there. You have a V2. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 2 washes out day 1, day 3 closes above day 1's close. It closed above 50 RSI. I'm not thrilled about this big bar, but it is a few days in the past. So that looks good. And then we have Steve Burns and Karen with the 1050 EMA crossover. So anyway, Marco is here. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you, my friend. Always great to have Marco here. Hope you're having a nice evening in Slovenia. So what's happening after hours? S&P's up 11 cents. Oil's up 33 cents. Wow. Good, good. Apple's up a penny. Silver's up. How about Roku? How about our friend Roku? Down a little bit. Okay. Any trades for you, Marco? Anything interesting that you've been doing? All right, I think I've got everybody's positions up on the board, I hope, correctly. All right. All right, well, if anybody has any other questions, please let me know. I'm happy to do my best to answer them for you. If not, I am going to put on my hiking boots, go out for a hike, take Katie out. I got my stimulus check yesterday, or Friday or Saturday, so that was good. I was wondering if I was going to get it. Where did Amazon end up today? A little bit. I don't know. I'm just not convinced. But again, it is a cup and a handle, you know. Here's our cup. little handle, and it did break out, so that is good. I imagine some people bought when they saw that. All right. Well, listen, thank you all for coming today. I appreciate it. Please go out and try to do something nice for somebody today. Try to make it a habit. Try to do something nice, just a small, kind gesture for someone each day. Make the world a better place. We need more of that. Have a great rest of your day. Get out, do a little exercise maybe. At the very least, just do something nice. Be good. And yeah, I appreciate you being here, and glad we all had a good day, and hope to see everybody tomorrow during the last hour of the trading day. So thanks again, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation, and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.